Good evening. This is Dr. Sridip Mazumdar, dentist turned entrepreneur, 2 times TEDx speaker, and communication coach, president of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. I want to welcome you to this phenomenal video where we are going to be learning a very intriguing element of every Toastmasters meeting, which is how to launch a poll. Now, first of all, why is polling so important? Well, the speakers, the role players and all have worked really hard, and they definitely look for that prestigious certificate at the end of every single meeting. If it's a physical meeting, they're usually given ribbons. If it is a virtual meeting, they're just given certificates, like virtual certificates. But they actually mean a lot because it really enhances your confidence. Now, I know for sure because I've won 193 certificates in my 1 year of being a Toastmaster, and it really means a lot. It just gives you that whole heightened sense of awareness where you really need to grow, and the fact that you are participating in the meetings itself, that itself plays such a big role. So for this, what the first thing I'm going to be guiding you step by step on how to really create a poll. Now, poll can be created in two places. First of all, you can use the Zoom itself, but the problem in Zoom polls is that the host and the co-host are not able to vote, which means if there's a meeting which has somewhere around 10 or 15 members, if 2 or 3 of them are already co-hosts, then they don't get to vote. And that comparatively reduces the whole the essence of the voting itself. Everybody should get the chance to vote. And that's when the whole concept of Google Forms comes into the picture. So I'm going to be giving you step-by-step demonstration on how to really create that entire poll, and we will be doing it right from scratch. We've already created a template here, okay? So all you need to do is first, there are a couple of prerequisites even before we go through Google. There are two prerequisites for this. Number one, you need to have your entire agenda ready. What is the meaning of agenda? The agenda is the Excel sheet that includes all the meeting details, who are all the different role players and all those things. You need to have your agenda ready so that it helps, it makes it easier for you to prepare the polls. Number two, you need your Drive account, that is a Google Drive. So right now in our club, if you look at this, I'll just log into our club Google account. This is my Google account, so it's not going to work in any way. You need to click on drive.google.com. Okay, drive.google.com. Here you can see the link, right? Now I'm going to click right here at the top right. When I click here, I will be able to log in one click. I can log into my club's Google account. So if you have the Google account registered, you can directly get into the club link as well. Now here, as you can see, we already have our templates ready. So I simply have to pick and choose and put the names together. So let's go for first is the best evaluator. So best evaluator we have right now. Let me see. This is meeting number 171. So the first thing we need, look at the evaluators over here. Our evaluators are Hemant sir, myself, Uma ma'am, and Nabamita ma'am, right? So I'm just going to go here and I will write here just the meeting number. So meeting, this is 171. And I just have to click here. The first thing to do is delete all the previous responses. So every single Google form will have these 3 segments: questions, responses, and settings. Go to responses. And the first thing you do is you delete all the previous responses. Second thing you do is you go to settings and you've got to make sure that this form, one second, where is it? Yeah, the responses, if I click on responses, limits to only 1 person. Okay, limits to only 1 person. So that way, people will be able to vote only once and we will not have any this thing. Okay, so perfect. So now I go to questions and here we have to just type. So the first evaluator is our Hemant Krishna, DTM. Then we have click on other. Okay, here I got Toastmaster Dr. Suryadeep Majumdar. And then we have Toastmaster Uma Nataraj. All you have to do is just click on add option and then just keep adding the names. Nabamita Sarkar. Now this is how to prepare Google form for every meeting. Okay, so I'm showing you the entire this thing. Now this particular form is ready. Okay, then again we move back to the Google Drive and we click on best role players. You just need to double click on that Okay. And here also we'll just type in the form description. We'll type meeting number 171. 171. We'll go to the responses once again, and we will delete all the previous responses. So that becomes a completely fresh, new form altogether. So here also again, we'll go to responses and we'll limit it to one person. It goes back. Now, timer is Harish sir. We'll go back and see who is the R counter. Here you can see the R counter is myself and grammarian is Toastmaster Navamita. So I will type here R counter. And then grammarian is Toastmaster Navamita Sarkar. Okay, now we go to the main role players. Again, click here. Toastmaster Sarthak Arora. Okay. Then we have our general evaluator, who is Toastmaster Alok Kumar. And then we have table topic master. Table topic master is Toastmaster Jayanta Bhattacharya. How do I know all this? Because I have the agenda over here. You can go through the agenda itself and check. General evaluator is Alok Kumar, and we have table topic master as Toastmaster Jayanta Bhattacharya. Perfect. Now that is taken care of. So two of my forms are already done, and I'm not going to do anything over here till then. Okay. Now, as you can see, okay, every single time, if you look here, all changes are saved in Drive. The fact that you make a single correction here and there, even if a space bar open or you press a backspace and all that, you go here, see saving, and it's going to be saved. That's it. So even if you close it, it's still saved. Okay. So now that I've written all these things down, I'm actually not going to close, because if I close, I'll not know what are the things I've already done, right? Then I'll open the best speaker. Okay, best speaker also. I will be putting in the form meeting number 171. First thing I will do is I will delete all the previous responses. Now let's check. Our speaker number 1 is Toastmaster Mukta Gera. Okay. Speaker number 2 is Prabhat Ranjan Behra. Okay. Speaker number 3 is Toastmaster Satya Narayan Panda. And then I click on other option. Okay, add option, Toastmaster Anupam Kumar. Okay, so that is done. I'll again go to settings. I'll see responses, and it is also limited to one response. And my speakers are also done. Now, table topics. Now, table topics is a very, very interesting one, because you don't know who is going to be the table topics. Okay, so best table topic speaker under the guest category. This is important. So I'll tell you exactly what happens. Any Toastmaster who takes up are under the Toastmasters category. Okay, best topic speaker under amongst Toastmasters. Okay, and best table topic speaker. Okay, amongst guest. So I'm just going to make it simple. It's also required, and I'm going to be just chopping the names right now, because this is again, it all finally comes down to what is happening in that one meeting. However, so this is something that the Toastmaster of the day needs to keep it open, and as and when it is being filled up, they just need to keep filling in the details over here, so that accordingly they can make all the corrections. So okay, so that is the forms are all done. Now, how do I post the form links? How do I post the form links? So let's just say right now, if my this one, my Toastmaster of the day is Sarthak Arora. Okay, so I'm going to type to him, please launch the polls after every segment. Okay, best speaker. Okay, and I'm going to just, how do I send him the link of this Google form? I will click on send, and then when I open send, there's an option, email, link, or I have absolutely no idea what this is. Okay. So I'll just click on link. I'll click on shorten the link and I'll click on copy and I will simply post it over here. Okay. Best table topics speaker. Now, mind you, these forms, the links will always stay the same. So I'll just click on send and I'll shorten the link. That's it. Okay. Polls, poll links. Okay. And I'm going to be sending the entire thing. Yeah. So poll links, best table topic speaker. And then we have best auxiliary role player. Okay. So yeah, sorry. Yeah. So best role players. Okay. Best role players also. I'm going to be clicking on send and shorten. And you don't have to come and resend the same links. Okay. The same links can be repeated week in and week out. It's just that whatever form changes you make in the forms, that keeps changing. That's it. Best evaluator. And there you go. So I'm going to just click on send, copy. That's it. Perfect. So that is the poll links, and I'm going to be sending it to the Toastmaster of the day. What I will also do is I will copy and I will also send it to our PR. Why? Because PR, just 1 second. Yeah, there you go. PR. This is done. Okay, so this is how you exactly create the polls all the way from scratch. Now, how do you get the results? That is also a very important element. So let's just say right now I'm clicking on this particular form. All I have to do is I have to click and then submit. The moment it is submitted, here in the responses section, I will be getting the responses. Based on that result, I will be creating my certificates and announcing the results accordingly. So whatever posts you do, it gets recorded under this segment itself. And that is how you create forms week in and week out. First, just to summarize, go to the drive. Under the drive, all the log into the account of the club and all the forms are arranged there. Just double tap on the forms, change the names, and then that's it. That's all that you need to do. Okay, the links continue to stay the same. That's how you upload forms for polling in the Toastmasters. That's what we do in our club. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with me, drop them in the comments. With that, this is Dr. Srideep, 2-time TEDx speaker, dentist and entrepreneur, communication coach, president of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club.